Hi everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw sunflower. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a quick sketch, like I always do, just to make sure I have everything in the right spot, and just to make sure I'm happy with my placement of her. Let's see, that's not too high, right there. Okay, we're good. Yeah, and I know this might be too light for you. You probably can't see it, but that's okay. I'm just going to do this mostly for myself, and so I can see where I'm going, make sure I have everything in the right spot, and to make sure I include everything, you know. I'll switch over to Sharpie in a bit, and you'll be able to see much better, and you'll be able to follow along too. Or maybe you're sketching too. If you're sketching too, that's great, because that's really what you should be doing. You got to learn to sketch, to do this for yourself, and you'll be able to put them in any pose you want. That's kind of the fun thing about me doing this for myself, is I get to decide how this is going to be, you know? This is my drawing. This is how I draw. Okay, so I'm just going to put in a few little details here, just to make sure that I have it the way I want it. And I think I'm happy with that. And let's just have her waving, right? Ooh, that's a big hand. Let's make that a little bit smaller. So yeah, so basically that's the whole idea of sketching too, is I don't know what I'm doing, and this helps me just throw more lines down. Like I know where I want it to go. That's what a sketch is, you know. I know where these parts are supposed to be, because I know anatomy, and I just have to keep sketching over and over again until I am happy with it, until it looks right, you know. That's the main point of sketching. And you'll get used to it, and the more you practice, the easier it's going to be, and you can do it much easier. But yeah, so that's kind of the nice thing about sketching, is you just throw lines down until it looks right, you know, and then you get to do it however you want to, you know. Sketching is basically redrawing over and over until you're happy and make something you like, you know. But then again, that's the fun thing, is you're drawing over and over again, and the more you practice, the better you're going to get, you know. So it's better to sketch. So it's better to learn how to do it for yourself. But it's also, until you do, that's why I'm here. I'm going to help you figure this out. And decide on some fun poses, you know. So I just got to, okay, so there's a kneecap, and there's a kneecap. So that's also the other part of it. You gotta know anatomy and know how you want it to look, and then you just build off that anatomy. Okay, so now, and so same thing here. I'm not crazy about these boots, but I'm gonna keep drawing until I get it in a position that I like, you know. So I draw it wrong until I draw it right. There you go. That's the best way to look at it, you know. So it's also good practice to understand that, you know, it's not always going to be right. Sometimes you're going to be wrong. And honestly, sometimes you have to be wrong to learn how to be right. So don't beat yourself up if it doesn't look right. You just got to keep drawing and keep drawing and keep drawing until it looks right. And you want to know something that's funny? Sometimes it'll look right, then you come back and you're like, ew, that's not right. But your eye looks at it enough, you're like, oh, okay, I think that's right. And then, you know, you kind of trick yourself into thinking it is. It's a funny world we live in. Okay, I think I am happy with where this is. No, I'm not. I gotta draw this other arm. Let's draw this other arm just hanging loose. She's chilling. She's out farming. Just drawing a little fist, super easy, like that. Okay. Draw her little protector thing there. Looks like a little thick. Oh, she's got like this grenade thing over here. It's like a corn grenade. That's kind of weird, but all right. All right. I think I am happy with this. So let's start sketching, or let's start inking. So I'm going to switch over to a couple of Sharpies. I'm going to use a Sharpie, fine point Sharpie, which is thick, and a Sharpie pen, which is thinner. I'm going to start off with that because it lets me control a little bit more, and I want to control these eyes and see if I can do this right. So I'm going to draw the top of the eye, and I like doing them together at the same time so I know if I've got them balanced in the right spot, you know. I'm going to add a little pupil, make sure I kind of get them the same size, and then lightly come in and add the bottom of the eye, like that. You see, it's a little bit low on that one, but hey, we're gonna go with it. This is how we draw. I draw how I draw, you draw how you draw. We're gonna meet somewhere in the middle. And so the eyebrows are gonna kind of disappear under the hat a little bit, so I'm just gonna kind of do this, and then again, you'll see they're gonna disappear the way I draw it. I'm gonna draw a little bit of a nose, a brim, just like that, just a little bit of something, and then a little bit of a nostril, like this, because I don't want to go too crazy. And then we'll give her a little bit of a smile, like that, because she's happy. And then draw the top lip, draw the bottom lip, draw some smile lines in her mouth. You know, let's see if we can salvage this real quick. I'm gonna draw some eyeliner like that, and I think I can salvage that eye. There, I did it. Booyah! Okay, so let's finish it up. I'm going to draw her chin right around here, and then bring it up over here, like to the side of her face, like that. Do the other side of her face over here, like this. Come down to that chin that I added. And let's see, her ear's going to be in like that. I'm going to try to thicken this up just a little bit because I'm about to switch over to the big Sharpie, and it's going to look odd if I have all these thin lines. It's going to look odd to me. There's a little bit of an ear over there, and now I'm going to draw her pigtails, right? So I'm going to draw them like this. I'm just going to, oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to switch over to this big Sharpie, and I'm going to continue with the rest of it. All right. So I like to draw what's in front first. So her pigtails are coming out front, and then the hat's behind that. So let's do those first. So I'm just going to kind of do some big knots like this, just to define what that is. And I closed it a little bit there, something like that. You know, just a little few lines to show what we're doing. So same thing over here. Draw some big knots to a little one, to a little whippy connection like that. So I like that. I think I'm going to stick with that. Okay. So her neck's going to be like right there. The bottom of the neck. I mean, the other side of the neck is right there, and then her collar is going to be like this. Okay. So now we can build off of this because we have some lines to build off of. So I got to draw her hat, which I'm going to come around back here, go over like that, and see how it kind of went around over her eyebrow like that. That's why I wasn't too worried about coming in there with that. Okay, so now I'm going to bell the hat out because it's kind of looking like a bell, her farming hat, like that. And it's a little lopsided, but that's okay. We're just going to keep going because this is how I draw. And maybe I draw lopsided. Okay, so let's build off of this. So I'm going to have her hand up like that, and let's see what's in front. I think her overalls. Couldn't think of the word. Couldn't use my words right. Her overalls are going to be in front of everything. So let's draw where the belt's going to be like that. Another line there, right there, and I can build off of this. Her overalls like this, like that. Okay, and let's see, they're connected here, And ooh, she's got a cool looking design on her overall. It's kind of like this. It's like a extra little flap. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to build off of that and draw this line there. Draw this overall here. Connect it there. So now we're in front. Connect that there. And her shirt's going to kind of come down like that. And I can build off of this. So her shoulder is going to be over like this, come down to the sleeve. I'm going to cut the sleeve off there and wrap it around, and that'll give me some edges to define. So now I can kind of do some of my favorite crease lines. And ooh, I'm not going to go there yet. I'm going to do this one. Let's finish this over here. So let's draw. I know her hand's going to be over here, so let's draw the cuff. Based on my sketch, I know where it is, and I'm going to draw her thumb out like this, out to her hand. I'm going to draw the other side of her hand just to give me a size. I know how it's going to be. And now I'm just going to draw her fingers. And I sketched them out so I know where they're going to be. So I'm just going to draw one out like this, one out like that, like that. See, just waving, ha! So now I'm going to draw her forearm down like this, connect it to the elbow right there, and draw her arm back behind that. So see, I want to draw that first so I could draw that line in front of that and indicate the bend in the arm. Okay, so let's draw the corn grenade real quick because it's going to be in front of this arm. So I'm going to draw her like this, and I build off of it and just kind of do something like that. Nothing specific. The corn I'm going to make it in the drawing, so you don't have to worry about that. So something like this. Okay, so now I can draw her other arm, which is back behind her chest and that. Okay, so there's her other shoulder, and then I'm going to draw her like that, the shirt folded up, so I could draw her arm down to her elbow, to her forearm. And see, it's all kind of back behind that, so you don't have to worry about drawing too much. And then this wrist, I'm just going to kind of do like this, and it's going to be a fist like that. So we kind of get away with drawing less, you know. Draw a little bit more there. There, done with that. So now let's draw the rest of her pants. So let's finish up her belt like this. Draw her belt buckle, and then her pants. So her pants are pretty much simple. There's not much we got to worry about because it's just pants. That's all it is, you know. So we're going to draw the contours of her body down to her knee, a couple of folds, and her pants are going to fold in like this over the boot. Draw the other side. That's where her other knee is. The other side of her knee is up to her pants like that. I'm going to draw some edges. And same thing here. I'm going to come down to where her knee protector is. Okay. So I'm going to draw that knee protector, something like this. Doesn't have to be specific. And it's strapped on. So I'm going to do something like that. So I'm going to draw her pant connecting there. So now, I just got to draw her boots and that knee protector. So there's straps that are holding this on over all of it. So I want to draw those first. I just like to do that so it looks like it's over it, you know? No break in the line. And so I'm going to draw the shin protector underneath it, back behind it, I guess is the best way to say it, like that. So I know it's back behind those straps. So now I can draw her pants like that, because that's where that edge is too, and I can draw her boots together. So let's draw this side down to her toe. So it would be like this side down to the toe, this side like this down to that part of the toe. So the back of this to that heel. So the toe is just going to come over like that. So this toe is going to come over like that to the heel. And so now I'm just going to draw those treads like I was talking about. Just something like this. Nothing specific. It's not the most important part of the drawing, so I wouldn't fret too much over it. And that's it. And I'm just going to add a few more folds real fast, and we'll take care of the rest with coloring. I just like to add folds just to the pants and material, just because they're pants, you know, they fold over, and it kind of brings it up makes it alive. It makes the pants live, so to speak. And it just makes the drawing look better. It's more defined. I guess that's the best way to say, is that it shows that there's creases and folds, and it's different, you know? It's not just hard edges, you know? So I'd say that we're done with this. I'll take care of the rest with color. So that is Sunflower. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.